Hello folks, Pastor Rocky Branch. Hope you're doing well today. Well, today is day number 1. We started at 7 and we counted down, and on our 7-day challenge to do as Jesus did, walk as Jesus walked, and live as Jesus lived. Some of you have told me that you've had quite a challenge with this study. Of course, I've had one as well. We all should be doing this all the time, but when we consciously make ourselves aware of decisions and what we say, of course, how we respond, well, sometimes it's very different to us. And I want to encourage you, not only just for this 7 days, but all the time. Now, most people would start on the 7-day challenge to say this is day 1, and this is day 2, and this is day 3, and on up to 7. And you may be interested or wondering why I started with day 7 and came down to day 1. Well, today is day 1. And as far as our challenge goes, we've hit that magic number where this would be 7 days. But my question for you is simply this. The reason that I said from 7 to 1 is I want today to be the one decision that you make that will change your life forever. You see, going back and forth in the will of God is, well, it's not a profitable thing. You must decide, you must make your mind up that you're going to follow God. You jump around and jump around here and jump around there. One day you're this way, the next day you're the next. But then when you get a challenge and say, well, every day you should be aware. Well, that's true, but every day we should make the right decision. And today, this one day, can be that decision for you. In Luke chapter number 5, Jesus gets into a boat and he tells Simon Peter to cast out a little bit, and he's teaching the people on the shoreline. So the Bible says the disciples have fished all night and they didn't catch anything, and they're cleaning their nets. Jesus says to Simon Peter, have you caught anything? He said, I hadn't caught anything all night. Jesus said, throw the nets out again. Now Simon Peter said, you know, he had to be thinking, I mean, you may know about preaching, Jesus, but I know about fishing, and you don't catch fish in the daytime. You don't catch them up here close to the shore anyway. But Jesus said to him, cast your nets out. And Simon Peter said, well, Lord, because it's you, I'll give a net to you. I'll cast a net out. You need to read this in Luke 5, first part of Luke 5, down through about verse 8. Well, what happens is that there's so many fish that they can't pull them into the boat, and the boat's about to sink. And Simon Peter has to call for help. Now, Jesus simply told Simon Peter, I want you to cast the nets out. That's plural. Simon Peter said, I'll give you a net. And he got so many fish he couldn't hold them in the net. And he lost a lot of them. Let me ask you, today is day number 1 of a 7-day challenge. You've counted down. Today's a day of decision. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to serve the Lord faithfully, aware, with every decision, every word, everything? Or will you say, I'll just give you a net. I'll give you a little something along the way, but I won't give you everything. Jesus asked Simon Peter for everything. I want all your nets. Simon Peter's thinking, I've washed these nets. I have to secure these nets because we got to fish tonight. I don't want to get these nets back out and get them along the rocks on the shoreline, get them all messed up again, get them all tangled up. I've already got them washed. Jesus said, I want your nets, Simon Peter. Simon Peter said, I'll give you one, I'll give you a net. Let me ask you, what will you give God? You've lived 7 days as a challenge, being aware of what he said, what he did, what he's asked you to do. What will you do now? Say, well, I'm glad this 7-day challenge is over. I've had people say that. I can't wait till we get over with this. Well, we shouldn't get over with it. We should do it every day. The decision is yours. A net or all of them. What are you going to do? Are you going to give God a little bit? Well, you say it's harder when I try to do everything the way Jesus did. Sure it is. Sure it's hard. But it's also necessary. We're fighting a war here. We're not on a picnic. We have a challenge in front of us. And the way we act and what we do and what we say and where we go and who we're around is important. People are watching. And not only that, they're being influenced by it. So I want to encourage you to let this day be your first decision that you make to say, God, here it is. Here's all of it. Here's all the nets. Here's all of me. Everything I got, you got. You've been prepped for 6 days. Now, Lord, I'm ready. I've gotten a habit of doing it. I want to keep on doing it, and God will bless. Listen. Listen. Hey, listen to me. See my hand right here? Take your mind, put it in your hand, and blow. God will blow your mind if you'll trust Him. If you will give Him everything you have in sincerity and by faith, He'll blow your mind. Trust Him. See what happens. God bless you. We love you, and goodbye.